Enjoy.
Hello,
Happy
everybody.
birthday. Hi, everybody. It's Tina's birthday. Say happy birthday. Happy birthday. It's not like I didn't tell anybody.
That's why it doesn't say anything about birthday on my screen, on my thing. Just says you're invited to come and hang out. It's time for another day to chill and whatnot.
But it is your birthday.
Yep, day I was hatched.
Happy natal day.
Aw, thanks, Wendy. Love you. Love Cody and the little Brit.
And it's not like I told anybody about this live or anything.
Uh-huh.
Maybe a little bit.
Just a little.
Just a little bit. Well, I wanted people to come and say happy birthday.
These are just places to hang out and chat. Not a beg about birthdays. Birthdays are just another day for me.
Well, you'll have to go back. I'll try and timestamp it tomorrow because I'll let Victoria know that it was your birthday today. If she doesn't come in and come.
Show.
No, it's just flowers.
Her younger daughter.
Oh, pretty. That's sweet. If Victoria doesn't pop in and then, you could send her the link or something that she could come on and sing you happy birthday, I will have her sing you happy birthday on her show.
No.
One way or the other, you're getting sung happy birthday to. Not by me because I can't sing, but.
Pass.
Well, she's going to do it. I don't care what you say.
I love you, Cody, but
what?
Yeah, my youngest daughter got me flowers.
That's nice.
The spawn got me cake. Yeah, like
cake is good.
Fatness needs it.
Shut up! It's your birthday. Eat your cake. You made up for it. You had a salad earlier, so now you can eat cake.
Right, I did have salad.
Besides, chocolate comes from a plant.
Chocolate's a vegetable, right?
That's right. It's my excuse.
Oh, and Wendy says hello, Tim.
Besides, I'd love to hear Victoria sing. So anytime I could say, hey, it's so-and-so's birthday. Topaz told me it was his birthday just so Victoria would sing to him. And she did. She sung to a stuffed dragon. That's a trooper right there. I love Victoria. Oh, there you go. Wendy sang to you.
Aw.
It's a good thing.
Yeah, it's early. I haven't even posted the link to the StreamYard yet. Of course, I've actually only been awake 2 hours.
I have been awake since 5.
Yeah, no.
Couple of minutes before 5, actually. But I fell asleep last night. I actually crashed sometime between 11:30 and midnight. So I actually got about 5 hours of sleep, which is shocking.
Holy moly.
Yeah. Can you tell? I'm like, I'm not sitting here like, oh my God, I need to sleep. Mana.
You're right. Cody and her, I don't look, my look of death. I've not slept for days. Yep. I might have got a half an hour earlier. I don't know.
Yeah, my sleeping patterns suck. We all know. Oh. I gotta show you. And no, you don't have to make me big.
What if I want to?
I'll cry. Don't make Cody cry. She cries enough.
Oh, that's your gem thingy.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, look, I look like I'm giving people a shot. So now that I have this, I can grab my little gemstones, and I have my gem tester, which my electrical outlet is cleared now, so I can reach it, sorta. It's precarious. It does kind of scare me because I've got about 4.5 feet of space between me and my wall, and I have to stand up, lean on my table, and like put a hand against the wall, and then plug something in. So at any point in time, I could go over, So
All right, Wendy. Love you, honey.
love you, Wendy. Get some sleep, honey. No burying toad in the garden.
Just put him in the closet.
Closet's okay. Not in the garden, no. So I will be probably breaking out the toys, the gemstone toys, not the other kind of toys. And
unless they're made out of gemstone, like
like the one Sandy has.
Yeah. Did you hear the catastrophe? She dropped one and broke it.
I watched it.
Oh.
I was like, damn, talk about broken dick syndrome. That's gotta hurt.
I said, I heard about that catastrophe. I'm like, oh no.
It was so funny in the back room of Victoria's when Rhonda was showing her the glass. It looks like an octopus. It does. It looks like an octopus tentacle, but it's a glass. And she calls it her octopusy, and I'm not telling secrets because she bought it and she was in the chat saying that. So, and she got it specifically so she could say, "Hey, look at my octopusy," which is all Rhonda all day long. But she showed it to Victoria. Victoria's like, "Well, what is that?" And I'm like, "Oh God."
That's funny.
And I told her, and she didn't believe me until Rhonda confirmed it. And I'm like, Victoria, I love you, but
I love Victoria.
I do. So that was
the naivete is just. But the funny thing is she's not that naive.
Not completely, no, but there's some things that she's like, really? I mean, and I can understand that because not everybody delves into that kind of thing, and it is an odd shaped, it's not what you'd normally think of when you think of something like that. So
yeah,
I can picture it being a little confused. A lot of people that were in the chat, that were in the, show and tell that night were confused. Hey, hi, Lexi. That's Lexi. Alexis.
Oh, she has changed her name again?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. Girl, you need to stop. I can't keep up. There. You now have moderator status.
Girl, you blue. I'm good, Lexi. How are you doing? How you doing? I got way more sleep than I'm used to, Lexi. I am like bing, 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 bing.
She's all kinds of bouncy around.
People are going to be like, what kind of drugs is Cody on? Because who is this?
Yeah, she's gotten sleep. Bouncy.
This is what happens. This is what happens when Cody gets sleep.
She's a bouncy bear when she's got sleep. God, I hate to see what happens if she gets anything else.
Better watch out if I get that pot pie and ice cream, man.
Especially seeing how I know what happens when she gets pot.
Yeah, I'd probably have to be off camera for that.
Just get focused on one thing.
Well, you don't have to focus on just one thing. I mean, when I was doing my craft stuff, I was all over the place because I'd start doing something and I'd come across something that combined it with something else, and then I get interested in that. Like, a good example is when I started deciding to do macrame jewelry again. Of course, macrame jewelry, your first things you think of are either seashells or polymer clay, like the female clay. So I went down the rabbit hole with female clay, let me tell you. I have all the tools. I have the little pasta machine thing that flattens out your clay. I have cutters, molds, everything.
Yeah.
I have so much stuff for polymer clay. Unfortunately, when my stuff got trapped in storage in North Carolina for 5 years, I had about, I don't know, $300 worth of polymer clay turned into really colorful bricks because it was not climate controlled. So I cried when I had to throw all that out. I was not happy. In hindsight, I could have just left it as it is and glued them all together and made like a box or something, you know? But yeah, I mean, I dropped one on concrete and it didn't break. I'm like, yeah, I can't use that. There's no coming back from that. I will eventually play with polymer clay again, you know, and the metal smithing stuff came from when I was doing something and I happened to see a beaded bracelet, I think it was, and it had like a disc in it that had an initial on it and it was metal stamped. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Where do you get the discs with the initials on it? And then I realized that they made it using metal stamps. So
Yeah.
went down that rabbit hole. And then Beaducation had soldering videos. And I'm like, I used to solder when I was in high school. That's where I learned to solder. So that's where that went down that rabbit hole. And I'm still on that rabbit hole. So, but eventually I will combine everything.
Eventually.
Eventually. I did make some really cool polymer clay covered pens. I actually had a waitress tell me that I gave her one, and because they used to do like mow our lawn for us and stuff like that. So, I mean, I made her a pen because she's a waitress and she's constantly having to use pens. And when you use the white Bic pens, you can just pull the inkwell out and put another one in, and you can keep the same pen, you know. So I made her one. I asked her what her favorite colors were, and I swirled it all up and rolled it all on there, cooked it for her, and she said that the waitresses at her job all wanted one, and they were willing to pay like $10 a pen, and I'm like, hell yeah, but then my house got foreclosed on. I had to move, and that was the end of that. So, but yeah. Shit happens. This is a story. I'm telling you, the fates play craps with my life.
Yeah.
I had it wasn't actually chainmail, but it was a reasonable facsimile to the simplest chainmail you can do. And I had the glass pearls in between the links sections. And John actually sold 2 of them for me for like $11 a piece. And it was just basic metal. It wasn't. I did not ask you a question, Lexi, and stop being kissy face with a boy toy. Hi, Kitty.
Hi, Mark.
Kitty, today is Tina's birthday.
Shush.
No. So I was going to sell those, and then that didn't work out. And then I did consignment. I had like 6 pieces at a consignment store, and I sold like 3 of them. And then they asked for more pieces, so I gave them more. And I didn't hear from them again for like 2 months. And I'm like, what is going on? I tried calling them. There was no answer. Seemed to get that a lot. And we actually finally got gas in the car and went to go to where the consignment store was, and they were gone. The store was empty. They stole my stuff. Wow. And they knew where I lived because they came to my house to give me my money for the first time. And I'm like, why would you steal my stuff? You could have just dropped it off. What the hell? You could have called me and told me you were closing. But no. And this is why I will not do consignment again. You only burned me once. I'm good. Especially my situation now.
What's going on, Mark? How are things way out over there on the West Coast?
That's Tina's way of saying, Cody, shut up.
I'm hoping they're warmer and drier than they are here.
I have sun. It's too much sunshine.
I've got the curtain closed, so there's no sunshine in here.
Well, there is a sheet over half of that window, so it was over the whole window until Marty got a hold of it. Marty went, "No, I want to see outside without having to get behind the curtain." Pay no attention to that cat behind the curtain.
Yeah,
And
it's
Marty
been raining for 2 days.
Marty said, "Pay no attention to that curtain because I'm tearing half of it down."
He just woke up and saw we were on.
Yay, Lexi. We haven't been on that long, Kitty. Only about 15 minutes.
Sunny and 75.
I don't know what it is here, but when I was out at the door earlier, it was nice. There was a bit of a breeze, which was nice because it's like, ooh, fresh air. Yeah. The air in my room is very stale, and this does not help. If I could reach a window to open it, I would, but I cannot. I can neither reach it nor open it. Oh, Lexi, that's Mark, and he's very nice. We love Mark. Jennifer.
Hi, Jennifer.
Hi, Jennifer. It's Tina's birthday.
Shush. It's just another day.
It's your birthday.
It's another day. I'm still alive and kicking, and it's just another day.
It's a good day. You know I'm not going to stop. You'll have to kick me out, and then I'll be in your chat, so you'll have to, like, block me or something. And then
I can't do that.
I'll just get on Facebook and message everybody that it's your birthday, so...
Thank you, Jennifer.
You know, if I was sleepy, I'd probably forget to keep telling people that.
Oh, thank you, Mark.
But lucky for you,
Right?
I actually got sleep last night. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Ah, what are you doing? No.
Yes.
Yeah, I've been making look at my pretty bear. Tina's a bitch.
Thank you.
Hey, everybody, guess what? It's that bitch's birthday today. Ah. What you got now? I did, Jennifer. Amazing, right? I got 5 hours of sleep. I will be up all day. Bing, bing, bing. I'm like Ricochet Rabbit, man. I'm all over the place.
Wow, Ricochet Rabbit. I haven't heard that one in a while.
Bing, bing, bing.
Right?
Could be like, you know, Speedy Gonzalez and be like, Andale, andale. But I'm not Mexican, so I can't be.
No, I said
Someone would accuse me of culture sealing or some shit, so.
I'm more like his cousin, you know, Slowpoke. There she is.
Happy birthday, young lady.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hey, Cody.
Hi, Willow. Yes, and Mark, that is Lexi. She is awesome. Lexi is all the awesome.
Hello, everyone.
Fell asleep during Saturday Night Live. That's great. I remember those nights falling asleep during Saturday Night Live.
I've maybe watched 2 episodes of Saturday Night Live in my entire life.
I watched the original ones, a couple of those, like Rosanna, Dana, and Bobana, blah, 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 blah. But
Yeah, back in the day, the good ones.
after they disbanded the originals, I was like, nope.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just never really my thing. Once or twice there was like somebody on, I'd see something that somebody was going to be on that I was interested, in seeing how they did it, like with that improv shit. But yeah, otherwise, it's just not really.
Yeah, I liked
I
it
was
back
watching Night Watch last
Dan
night.
Aykroyd and Steve Martin and
Tim, that's Lexi. Pensive is Lexi. Thank you, Jennifer. That's Lexi's new channel.
so if I click on Lexi's new channel, that means I can unsub from all the old ones, right?
I didn't bother unsubbing. I just subbed to the new one. Giddy. Yeah, that's living the life, man. I want a milkshake. Tim, I want my milkshake. I did get that ice cream though.
Yeah.
That ice cream is such a mess. I had to try it, and I will try some later today. I will let you know how it is.
All the old ones. How many others did she have to show?
God, Lexi, how many other channels did you have? Like 2 or 3? 4? 5? I don't know. All I know is that every time Lexi said, "Hey, this is my new channel," I subscribed to it. So. Yeah, Willow, have you ever seen the Ben and Jerry's Tonight Dough ice cream?
The Ben and Jerry's what?
Tonight Dough.
Tonight Dough?
Yeah, like the Tonight Show.
No.
Ben and Jerry's gave Jimmy Fallon his own ice cream, and it's called the Tonight Dough, and it's got chocolate and caramel ice cream. It's got chocolate chunk cookie dough. It's got chocolate chip chunk cookie dough and peanut butter cookie dough. I mean, it's a mess. It's got all the doughs and chocolate and caramel.
Like a dough shit dough.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my god, it's like it is definitely Jimmy Fallon in an ice cream. I'm like, hell yeah! So I had to try it, so I ordered some.
If I'm gonna eat cookie dough, I'm gonna eat cookie dough. I don't like cookie dough in stuff.
Yeah. Well,
I'm a what is it? Fudge
Paris?
chocolate ice cream with brownie.
Yeah.
Ben and Jerry kind of girl. And on occasion, Cherry Garcia. That's the only two that I've ever tried and probably ever will.
I usually get sorry. Here I am saying I'm like wide awake and I'm starting to yawn. That makes no sense, right? I usually get Haagen-Dazs, the peanut butter, the chocolate peanut butter cup, or chocolate peanut butter swirl. That's what I usually get. That's what I had for breakfast the other morning. And I don't normally spend $4 on a freaking little pint of ice cream, but I felt compelled to try it, and so I have it in the freezer now.
I used to like peanut butter in stuff until I got pregnant, and the butter knife with the peanut butter in the dishwater, and I pulled that out, and that was it.
I hate it when people
to
leave
this
stuff
day, wet peanut butter. So peanut butter in like ice cream or something, it ain't gonna happen because you don't want to see what follows. It's not pretty. So, and I got pregnant when I was 17. I'm 51 now, and that still bugs me. So
yeah, Kitty, seriously, that's why I saw it, and I was reading out the ingredients to Tina, and I was like, oh my god, I need to try this. Yeah, it's like I definitely need to try this. It's a mess. I have to try that. So yeah.
Yeah, there was. She was, because I was ordering pizza from Casey's and was going over, because when you order for delivery from Casey's, you can get just about anything else that they carry in the gas station in the convenience store part. So I'm like, well, they have, the pints of ice cream, and I'm like, it's expensive as fuck, $6 for
Yeah.
anything of
That's
ice
fine.
cream.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck it, I want some ice cream. And they had the Tonight dough there, and I'm like, I don't really want that one, but there was something else, and she read off all the ingredients because you can't read it on the screen this big. I'm like, sounds interesting, but no, I'll pass.
It just sounds too many flavors to me. I don't like complex flavors. I like simple flavors. So
Yeah, I want to be able to
just
taste
how much shit's in
everything.
it would put me off.
Well, I wanted it.
Well, I'm
You need to
glad.
let me know how
Let
it
us
tastes.
know if
I will.
it's worth the shit. But yeah,
I will. I will give a Cody review.
Yes.
Ew, cool.
Y'all
Because
can
I'll never
review
do a
movies
Willow
and
review
music.
on it. Ugh.
You guys can review music and movies and stuff. I'll review ice cream. I have no problem with that.
Right?
You go, girl.
Well, I mean, I had to do a smaller grocery order and get basics and enough for meals and stuff. So, because my card's still locked up. So I had to take off. I had two things of like chocolates just to have, like candy to have here munch wise, just nom, nom, nom. I feel like having chocolate. I'm getting, and I had to put that back. And I was like, you know what? I'm not putting back the ice cream. I didn't put back the ice cream, the Pringles, or the Pepsi. That I kept. Although I did take off one bottle of Pepsi. So I compromised. But I did get us enough food for hopefully the week.
Cool. I was reading chat.
Yep.
Did you use copper wire, Lexi? Inquiring minds got to know. I love
Yeah.
a copper wire tree of life with the gemstone beads.
Making those has been one of my things that I want to do. I just don't know if I'll be able to do it with the nerve issues with my hands. But I do like them, and I want to make one and hang it like in the window. Like
I want to make a tree of life,
catcher.
on the ring. But I also have a 3-dimensional tree, gemstone tree. A big.
Well, you know what else I've seen is they use. I've seen them use like either just a regular rock or a piece of wood or a gemstone slab, and they use that as the base, and they have the wires coming up from off of that, and then it goes into the tree of life. So those look really cool too. But I want to make one, and I actually have some discs that are about 6 inches. John was going to make dream catchers, and he never did. But I have some like 6. Yeah, I have some 6-inch hoops. So I want to make like a big tree of life and hang it in the window as like a sun catcher type of thing.
Yeah. I've seen Flipping Crazy Lisa. She made Tree of Life, and she used just an old bangle bracelet. She repurposed a bangle bracelet. Little the little metal wire thin ones. Yeah, she repurposed one of those as the hoop, and I loved that idea. So I'm keeping a few hoops. I'm not donating quite as many because I want to do some of the. I think it would be neat to have, like a banner with little Tree of Life hoops all done different, put them like in the window.
I've seen ones as tiny as like, an inch because they are, well, like 1.5 inches maybe because they make them in earrings. And I'm like, ain't no way I'm working with something that tiny.
I've done that.
I'll work with 13. I'll work with 13-aught beads, seed beads, but I'm not making something that tiny.
I want to get
not with that much.
Delicas.
Huh?
I want to get the 15-aught Delicas.
I have some of those.
I have 11s. I don't have 15s. The only 15s I have.
They're not delicate. They're not Delicas though. They were Mill Hills seed beads. Still a good quality, but they're not Delicas.
Uh-oh, I just gave Alexa an idea. She's going to be... She's going to start keeping bangles, too.
Well, I mean, this is what we do. We discuss things that we've either seen or that we've made. And Lexi, if you can use any of the ideas that I ever say and you can make money off it, go, girl.
Ditto.
You know what I mean? Do
Roll with
you,
it, girlfriend.
What is it my son said to me one day? He was like, you do you, boo. I'm like, what? My kid comes up with weird things sometimes, but yeah, it works. Because don't think for a second I wouldn't see one of your ideas and steal that shit.
Your notification just came out. I don't know if it's
I
because
got-
my computer went into, black screen while I was in the shower, and they're just finally catching up, or what.
You're welcome, Lexi. Oh, I already told Tina this, but for those that don't know, because I just found out this morning, so none of you know, except Tina, mine did get the desk in my craft room. So one table down. Now we just got to get the kitchen table in there. And the legs to that are kind of buried. I have to unbury them and get them in there, and then he'll be able to put that together. Well, if he can get the tabletop up on top of the desk, then I can put the legs on it, and then I'll just need his help getting it upright.
Yeah.
And I got my shipping scale, I got my aught light, and I got
Close train.
my little tea cozy thing to put my metal test kit in, and I got my little gemstone gripper thingy.
No.
And I got my gem tester so far. So my the acid test kits will be here between the 12th and 16th or 13th and 16th, somewhere in there. And yeah, getting there.
I ventured out with Sis yesterday and went to Walmart doing supply run, and because I desperately need, bum around shorts and tanks, because mine are, well, one of them, my purple spaghetti strap tank, it had a little hole over the boob, and my thumb caught in it, and it just, so
I hate when that happens.
I mean, it was literally rotting off my body. That poor tank. But speaking of thumbs, this one used to have a very long nail on it, and yeah, it snapped off way back yesterday.
Ouch.
That was a bloody bugger. Keep bumping it.
We're all like, ow. We all know what that feels like.
Well, it's about 3/16 of an inch back into the bloodline.
Hey, Miss Amy.
So,
Hi, my hotness.
hey, Amy. Yeah, it was bleeding all over the place, and then it was still attached by a piece of nail and a piece of flesh, and I had to, yeah. Give me a big hairy boil any day, but yeah, snapping a nail. Of course, this one isn't as bad as before. Last time I did that, it was halfway back into the nail bed.
Oh,
I mean, there was like 3/16 of an inch that wasn't ripped off, and I had to cut that puppy off and go to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one took weeks and weeks to recover.
Oh, and I got my trays, not trays, but the little drawer set that just Sandy has for her cabochons, the larger cabochons. I got that in too, so.
Yeah, go for it.
Yay! I'm excited. I'm getting all set up. Finally. Then I just have to get the rest of my stuff in there.
You know, it's weird. StreamYard is actually posting before
YouTube. Yeah, it does that sometimes. I noticed that I think I noticed that the last time I was in a live too. And usually it's the other way around.
Yeah.
Life.
Yeah.
That's one today, and we're figuring out how much to open and
Bees and trees save the environment, man. Hug a tree today.
Tree. That reminds me. I want to get that one and show you. Hold on. Ouch. If I can find it. Let me go look.
Oh. It's Winnie the
So dad.
Pooh.
I love it.
Yeah, it's Pooh Bear.
I dyed these last fall.
Hotness, that's Lexi. It'll take a while before everybody recognizes you, Lexi, with the new name.
Well, even though there's a purple A there and it says pensive jewels, I still don't.
Well, I have a purple P on mine. You have a purple A?
Uh-huh.
Weird. Mine's a P on my screen.
Ow.
The big purple P.
Yep, it's a purple A for Alexis.
Weird.
Okay, this is about 9 inches tall.
Oh, well. Oh, that's cute.
It's all the different gemstones.
Yeah.
And it's done in gold colored. I think it's plated, gold plated wire instead of copper, which is why I want to redo it. But I found this in a thrift store some years ago. Made in India, so it's a mass production item and not. Feel sorry for the buggers that have to sit around and do these all day. Can you imagine the arthritis? Oh God. Carpal tunnel. But
So, Lexi, what's this supposed to be, an A or a P? Because I have P and Tina has A. That's kind of weird.
huh?
Her icon, her avatar, I have a big purple circle with a P in it.
Oh, I got a circle with an A.
And you guys have A's. I'm like, that's weird.
Just put it on my headboard. Thank you.
Telling you, the fates like to mess with me.
Everything mess with you these days.
They're like, oh, look, she's in a good mood. Let's roll the dice. Shake them up.
Oh my goodness.
So both cats just laid down directly in front of the dog. She is not happy. Oh, Marty took off. You know how she gets.
I do. Oh my goodness.
Poor dog. She's got such a rough life.
Trying to figure out what it is that I want for dinner today.
I have leftovers.
Because I wanted Sloppy Joe's for supper last night, so that's what we had.
How'd your heartburn do?
It finally subsided after some more omeprazole and plenty of 7-Up.
Mm. I don't have too many problems with heartburn, surprisingly enough. Watch, I just jinxed myself, right?
Right. I've been having
rolling of the dice thing
with heartburn of late. But then again, Crohn's disease runs very rampant in my family.
It did well, I don't know if it ran rampant in the family, but John's dad had it. And I think his grandfather had it, but beyond, I don't know if his uncles or anything had it, but his dad had to have surgery and have part of his intestine removed. So he was always paranoid about whether or not he had it or not. And when he started throwing up repeatedly every day, all day, he was freaking out, and it took them forever to figure out it was pancreatitis. I was like, well, that doesn't surprise me. With all the drinking you've done, your internal organs have packed their bags and gone on vacation without your ass. So,
Not to mention what it can do to the liver. I had a guy lived upstairs from me when I was living in Nashville that died. He drank himself to death. Literally right in front of me because he passed out on the front stoop of the complex, and I had to call 911, and yeah, he didn't survive.
happy birthday, Tina. Oh, I went to move my table last night and I didn't even bump anything. It just, for some reason, it stuck on the floor and everything. This hit the floor.
Uh-oh.
And scattered. Oh, God.
You see how much stuff I have in here? Everything except like 3 pieces of change was on the floor. I had
And
to
how
pick
many times did the cats try to bat things all over?
Oh no, it scared the crap out of them long enough for me to pick everything up with the grabber, mind you, 1 piece at a time, and it wouldn't pick up the change. I'm like precariously like leaning over the edge of the bed, going, "Please don't let me fall off the bed," trying to pick up like $3 in change, which is what's at the bottom of the cup. Because I get change back from things and I just throw it in the cup.
Anybody else here? Boop.
Hey.
Hi, hotness.
How you doing, girly?
I'm doing good.
Throwing any more ninja?
Only the bees.
Or the trees. Whichever way you want to look at that.
No, you're not supposed to ninja the trees. Hug them. Be nice to them.
Sometimes you just have to like bam,
Yes, I'm sure sometimes you do.
That didn't come out right, but it's okay.
Oh, but it was so accurate.
Oh,
Not
heaven.
to say the word.
So it's a nice day out today.
Right?
Yeah, it's
How's my
sunny
sound?
and shiny and gonna be
Yeah,
almost
it's like
here today.
70s. It's like 70. I don't remember now what I just looked at. 72? I don't know. It's warm out there.
It's upper
Better than
70s
yesterday.
here today. Come on, you son of a bitch. Everyone.
So is my sound good and all? I have a new phone, and this
Yeah.
is the first time I've
Yep.
been on StreamYard since I got it.
No, it sounds good.
It
Yep.
does sound
Awesome.
really good.
Ironically, it's currently 69 degrees in my town. I couldn't make this shit up if I tried.
I'm pulling up my weather app here to see.
Yep, we got a whole 46 degrees.
We're supposed to have a high of 73.
It's 70 right now with a high of 79. Sunny and winds west-northwest 10 to 20. So it's just a slight breeze.
Yeah, it's a bit breezy here. I like it. When I had the door open, I liked it. The only time I don't like it is when it grabs the door and pulls it out of my hand, and then I have to keep the dogs away from the door because they'll go under the wheelchair and around it to get out the door. And I'm like, ugh. But then I have to get the grabber, and I have to lean halfway out the door and almost fall out of the chair to grab the door and pull it over. Or wait until the wind blows it back the other way. Either one works.
Sounds like you need to have a rope on the door so that you can.
You need to have a rope on a lot of things.
Can you guys hear that?
Yeah.
That's my mom singing.
Go mom.
Right?
Hey, when she's singing, we know she's in a good mood. So sing your heart out, Mom. You heard the other day when she was mad. It wasn't me, but I heard it all. I'm like, uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Like, okay,
I just nod and agree.
That's when Amy goes outside and stays outside.
I'm on the phone, Mom. That's what I'm telling
You know,
I'm going to go grab me something to eat real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I have to go back to Dollar General here in a few minutes because I got Nick his soda that he wanted and some other stuff. And I thought I had 2 bags when I went to the car, I swear. But apparently I left his 2-liter bottle of soda at the store.
Uh-huh.
Whoops.
I just live up to my name. You know, it's okay. Not a big deal.
You have no idea how many times people left their stuff behind when I was working at the Dollar General, man. I tell them, like, you got so many bags, and they'll still walk off and leave at least one.
Every time.
Okay, Lexi. Design that desk. I'm just happy one of the tables is in there, and I will get the other table in there hopefully soon.
Oh, eventually. We prefer sooner than later, but
Yeah, well, I was already in the chair today, so I don't see me doing that again today. But tomorrow, I will probably be dragging things around, and I'll be able to get to that. I gotta ask him to do some laundry tomorrow too, so that might not go over well, but we'll try. But in that process, the legs from my kitchen table will get unburied, and I'll be able to get those in the other room one at a time, dragging them behind and dragging them in front of me while I go backwards. That's always fun. And then, progress from there.
True.
Now, I haven't been in that room. I could have gone in that room today, but he was putting groceries away, and I didn't want to get in his way. And, he was also then in the bathroom and stuff, and he doesn't like it when someone's in that room when he's in the bathroom. So he's, unless I'm already in there and working or something, you know what I mean? He just, I don't know. He's got this thing about hovering. Okay. So I don't know exactly where he put the desk, but it's okay because I can slide it to where I need it to go. It's an interesting process trying to move heavy things when you're in a wheelchair because you got to lock the wheels down, slide it as far as you can go,
Yep.
Unlock the wheels, move around to the other side, repeat.
Yes.
It's fun. It's interesting. But I did get the cordless screwdriver, so I will be able to get the screws that I can reach. I'll be able to get out of there. Like remember I told you the cardboard little shelf things that John made. I'll be able to. Huh?
Your cordless screwdriver.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the kind that you charge, or does it take batteries?
You charge it.
Okay. Because back in the day, the cordless screwdrivers were not the kind that were chargeable.
Yeah.
I had to put batteries in them.
Yeah. No, it's got a cord. You charge it. And I'll be able to take those cardboard things down, which will clear up some space, some wall space. So that'll be good.
And take out all the screws from the walls that you can reach.
Yeah. I can't believe that kid put so many screws in the damn walls. It's ridiculous.
But yeah, I was just like, because I was curious because, like I said, back in the day when I got my very first electric screwdriver,
Mm-hmm.
there wasn't an option for charging them like that. You had to put batteries in them.
Yeah.
So.
No, I had one 10 years ago and I loved it. And 11 years ago, when the house got foreclosed on, we moved. It was in my toolbox. John, in his infinite wisdom.
Yeah, he left your tool bag behind and it got.
Yeah, he left my toolbox with my dad's chisels and various other tools behind, and someone stole it. So 11 years later, I finally got a new screwdriver. So, because Isa took all the regular screwdrivers. She wasn't supposed to take any of the tools. She is not mechanically inclined. I mean, she'd probably.
I'll be back. I need to run to the store and grab this real quick before I can't. But
Okay, honey.
it's right. It's only like a half a mile down the road, so I won't be gone that long. But I'll come back whenever I get back.
All right,
All righty. Be careful. But
wasn't even unmechanically inclined.
So she wasn't supposed to, because John specifically, I've heard him tell her so many times that my son was to get his tools, all of them. And my son could do whatever he wanted with them because my son's not overly mechanically inclined either, but he's real good at watching a YouTube video and figuring out how to do things. So, yeah. And she just started grabbing stuff and he was getting pissed. He's like, why is she taking my tools? I was like, I don't know. So I asked her and she goes, oh, well, I figured, Jeremiah could use them. I'm like, so you're going to give your late husband's tools to your new boyfriend when he specifically said that he wants his son to have them? No wonder he was locking her ass out of the house. Ghost hands. I'm like, so I told her, I said, stop it. Those are my sons. But she'd already taken all the hand tools, like screwdrivers and wrenches and ratchets, things like that. She already took all of them. So she did not get his X-Acto blade set, though. So I have that. My son brought it in here, and he didn't want the Toxic Twin to take it either. So that's in my room. She's not getting that.
Lexi's back to her desk designing.
Yep. She's listening, though, so we can't talk about her.
So anyhow.
What, birthday girl? Don't you roll those eyes. Don't you roll those eyes at me.
Yeah, I was gonna say I just seen an eye roll.
Roll them back so far back behind I can see my own butt.
They'll get stuck like that.
Wouldn't that be interesting?
That would suck.
That would be kind of epically miserable.
Oh man. No, I just been really, really tired lately.
That's my job. Stop it.
I got my injection. There was some rough days on that, getting seated in and stuff, but I'm a little stiff today from.
Oh, stop it!
I'm a little stiff today from the Walmart run, but overall, I'm feeling pretty good today.
Good.
The stiffness, it's starting to loosen up now. Hot shower helped.
Oh, I bet.
My arthritis in my hands has been acting up, but I took like 6 Tylenol and I'm good now.
6
Dang.
Tylenol.
Holy shit. Only takes one to knock me on my ass.
If I take less than 5, it doesn't have any effect whatsoever on me. So, and my hands hurt, so they were aching, and I'm like, no, I have enough issues with the nerve pain. I don't need the aches too. So, yep. Although the good news, the tooth that was bugging me, that was like hanging onto the nerve by a thread, that apparently I swallowed that in my sleep because it's gone. So no more mouth pain for now. Yay!
Well, that's good news.
Yeah.
So what are you working on, Alexi?
She's working on designing a desk for her craft room.
Oh. So she's gonna build custom, huh?
Yeah. Go girl. I wish I could build one.
Me too. Now that I have a craft room and all that,
Mm-hmm.
that
Right.
won't let me, Otherwise, I'd be building cabinets, top, bottom, countertops, and all that.
Yeah.
And my work table would be all custom.
I don't know. Personally, I'd just like to be able to get in and out of the house without, feeling like I'm gonna fall on my face or on my ass, one or the other.
Well, my
I
plan
love
was
that.
when I got this place to build, like end tables and all of that kind of stuff, shelving and everything, build a custom. But yeah, that shit backwards on me.
Well, John had just he had just decided to get in on like woodwork stuff with making shelves and using the little string lights underneath them and all that. He was going to start doing that, and he ended up collecting a crap ton of wood that we all got stuck with. And yeah, so we all got stuck with all this wood. But Issa had somebody that wanted it, so they came and got it all, which is good. But he was going to build me like jewelry display things and whatnot. But
Yeah, Dad and I built a lot of that stuff when we used to do the craft circuit. The little showcases, tabletop showcases with the locks, to display stuff in. And
because him and his grandfather used to build furniture and stuff, so he used to help his grandfather when he was younger. And so in order to keep his brain occupied and his hands busy with stuff that he could do, because he couldn't do detail work anymore because his hands shook too bad, but he'd be able to do things like build a shelf and, do whatever. So
I've built furniture. I've built kitchen cabinets. I built a gun cabinet. I don't know. I built a lot of things in life.
I built a reputation.
Still building. Just doesn't necessarily require power tools.
Well, depends on the power tools.
We're talking drills.
It's like, why did I decide to do the live today? Always expect the unexpected.
Pretty much.
With me and Cody around.
Well, I definitely have enough Pringles to hold me for a little while.
I hope so.
I do.
Remember, pace yourself because they make the roof of your mouth sore.
Yeah, they do. They dry out my lips too.
Yeah, but you've got lip gunk.
Lip gunk. I have chapstick, yes.
I call it lip gunk because there's so many different brands of stuff.
Yeah, I don't like the other brands. I like chapstick. I like the watermelon. That's what I've been using is the watermelon one. I do have a pink lemonade one that is kind of okay. I also love green apple. I like the green apple one because it's not sour. It's like sweet green apple, like Granny Smith type of green apple. But they did. When I looked on Walmart, because I was like, what else can I need? And I did have Tylenol on there. I had to take that off. And I had the chapstick on there, which was only $1, but I was like, I already have a spare if I need it, so I didn't really need one right now. But I looked on there, and they had a cafe au lait or some crap. Hi, Thomas. How are you?
Hi, Thomas.
And then they had strawberry and cherry and medicated and regular, and that was like it. I'm like, no. So, I'm like,
Thomas. Sorry, I had my mouth on eating lunch.
I like the strawberry and I like cherry, but I like the other ones better. So, yeah.
I use Blistex.
I don't like Blistex. I tried that Burt's Bees stuff once and it burned me. I was like, oh my God, my lips like puffed up really bad. It burned because it had peppermint in it. I cannot put peppermint on my lips. Found that out. I'm like, it had peppermint extract or something. And I was just like, bam. And I was like, oh my God, my mouth is on fire. I'm like, I felt like I just kissed a volcano. I'm like, this is horrible.
Oh, like you got stung by one of Burt's Bees?
Yeah. Like a couple of them. I'm like, I wanted to punch him in the little bee face.
His flavor stuff's too strong in him.
Yeah. So.
I use cherry
chapstick
or bliss stick.
I did have a chapstick one that was peppermint, and it didn't burn me, but I didn't like it.
See, if I'm gonna do peppermint, I want it like in a peppermint stick, like a candy cane. I don't want peppermint toothpaste or any of that.
No.
I like spearmint toothpaste, which is a bugger to find.
I mean,
especially when I have to buy the Tom brand because they put aspartame in toothpaste. and I can't do aspartame, so I have to find toothpaste that doesn't have it. And Tom's is the only one that I found so far that I like that doesn't have aspartame.
My taste buds are pussies. I can't eat anything spicy. Even if there's like one flake of red pepper in it, I can taste it and it burns me. Seriously, my taste buds are serious pussies. So, you know, I mean, I can detect
All
a
right,
single celery
Lexi.
seed.
Be right back, Cody.
Okay, Tina. Bye, Lexi. Love you, girl.
Bye, Lexi.
So, yeah, even as a smoker, I can detect flavors like that. It's really weird. I can only imagine if I quit smoking. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
How sensitive my palate would be. I mean, it's crazy. But
I'm just trying to get food in me so I can take my pills.
my allergies are still kicking my ass.
Yeah, mine have been doing that too. I've been having to do my cetirizine and my fluticasone and all that delightful shit.
Well, I think it's from dust and stuff because when I sit outside, well, not sit outside, but sit in the doorway with the door open and the fresh air is coming in, my eyes clear up. I come back in the house and my eyes act up. I'm like, but like I can't reach the corners of this room. I can't even reach the walls in this room. So,
Yeah.
you know. Although I won't have that problem in the craft room because my mom scrubbed everything down. My mom is a cleaning maniac.
I used
She's
to
not
be
the
more
only.
like that. I mean, I had a schedule. You know, walls and stuff were dusted monthly.
Yeah, my mom washed them down once a month. She didn't dust them; she washed them.
I generally washed them like 4 times a year, but every month I would vacuum the walls, vacuum the ceiling, cobwebs, all that shit.
Well, I just think of it as advanced decorating for Halloween every year.
They just bug the hell out of me.
There's a big dust web. I don't know if you'll be able to see it.
Probably not because I can barely see mine in my house.
Yep, I can
see it, like right there.
I see it.
There's no spider in it. It's just a massive dust web, and it freaks me out every time I turn around and look at it. So I'm like, oh. But I mean, look at I can't reach it. I'd have to throw something at it to reach it. That's not happening. So it was there when I came back. John and Issa left it up there when they were living in here. When I lived in this room before I moved out and was in the other house with my son, it did not do that. I swept down the walls and the corners and all that. But I didn't have time to do that before they started hauling my stuff into the room when I moved back in. And then I can't reach anything. So, and then the foot thing.
Yeah.
Oh, there's my Simmy. Baby girl.
Stretch and shake.
Stretch, shake, and get off camera. Silly. Welcome back, Tina.
Hey, Cody.
There's nothing on the plate to have, so.
None for you.
It was a slice of homemade pizza. There wasn't anything on it she'd want anyways. So she hops across and flops down on my foot.
Of course.
Well, I'm sitting like I usually do. You know, my knee's up right here, and my other leg is Indian style, and yeah. So basically, her ass is in my crotch right now because that's where my foot is.
Sounds
She just looked at me like, TMI, Mom.
Thomas said hi and bolted. I don't know where Thomas went. Oh, there he is.
all right.
My chat must have froze. 'cause
Sleep
it's like-
well, Thomas.
Good night, Thomas. Sweet dreams.
Night, Thomas. Get you some rest, bud. I just got major delay on my chat.
And I have to do it. You know I have to do it. Good night, mate. You know, Americans always have to do that. We have people from other countries. We have to do a really bad accent to talk to them. I don't know. Although not as bad as Victoria.
Boy,
And she does it now just to irritate me. They should be all like, that was just for you, Cody. I'm like, oh, but yours are bleeding. Stop it. You're welcome, Thomas.
I won't torture you like that, Thomas.
I have no problem torturing my friends.
oh,
So what else are you going to do for your birthday today, Tina?
not a damn thing.
Eat cake and sleep?
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan to me.
That's pretty much it. Watch movies.
I treated myself last night to chocolate lava cakes.
Oh, those are so good.
And I actually managed to eat one while it was still like warm, like hot and melty and gooey. And I have the other one, which once they cool off, the inside turns into like a sort of chocolatey solid pudding.
Yeah.
And so I still have one. So I'll have that for lunch.
All right.
Dessert for lunch or something today.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
had
do.
to put back. I had to put back my candy. You know what I'm saying? I needed chocolate. So there you go.
The lava cakes from Domino's, I like them.
Yep.
I do.
Yep.
I've never ordered Domino's here for like decades because it sucks. But Pizza Hut sucks now here too. They used to be really good, but
We don't have Pizza Hut. It closed.
I
My
miss
son,
Godfather.
my son had pizza last night that apparently well, let's just say it made him take a lot of trips to the bathroom when he got home. When I told him, I asked him, I said, "Did you already eat?" And he's like, "Yeah." I figured he did because he came home at 10 o'clock.
Mm.
I was like, "All right, I'm ordering pizza." He goes, "Hopefully it takes longer than 7 minutes." And I didn't understand that until he told me that after they got out of bowling or the movies, whichever or both, I don't know where the fuck they went, but when they got out, they went to the pizza place right across from it. And he said he had to like squeeze the grease out of the garlic knots that they got. And like the pizza was just a big plate of grease. I'm like, ew. And he's like, I could shake the thing and it wiggled. It was not cooked correctly. I'm like, ew. And of course they ate it anyway. So
Oh my God.
I would not have ate that at all.
No.
So
Boo.
and you know, I felt bad for him until he said, "Yeah, we went and did this, and then we had chat after we ate." I'm like, oh, "You son of a bitch!" They had Chinese food yesterday, so after that, I didn't feel bad anymore. Mm-mm.
I haven't been to the Chinese place here. We tried, I don't know, we got, what is it, Panda Express?
Mm-hmm.
We got a new one here, and I tried that. It sucked. And there's a buffet place here in town, but I'm not eating off of buffet during COVID. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's great. And I don't like order to go because I've seen them do to go orders, and they go get it off the fucking buffet.
Yeah.
So nope. So I've just been eating the good old fashioned frozen from the store.
The one place that we have a buffet here, and then we have the place that's closer to us, and neither one of them deliver. But and I don't have anybody that can just go get my order. I get paranoid about other people picking up my order because nobody ever checks it.
Yeah, we're the
And-
same way. We go through a drive-through, we count the blobs in the bag, and you always got to check because people they screw stuff up. It's human error.
Yeah, I've had things left off my order. I've had the order been wrong. I'm like,
I've had the wrong order entirely handed to me.
I mean,
Like,
when I pay $3 extra to have shrimp fried rice instead of white rice, and all I get is white rice, I'm kind of pissed. Especially when I ordered, because I'll order multiple meals so that I mix them all. Like I'll take a little bit from each one, and I'll eat that, and then I have enough for like 3 meals. So. But when I order the shrimp fried rice on, like, say I order 3 different things and I want shrimp fried rice with each of them and I get 3 things of white rice, that pisses me off because that's $9 I'm not getting back,
Mm-hmm.
So me, when I get an order, I'll put the bag down, I'll take everything out of the bag and I'll check the containers,
Yeah.
People I send to go get my food don't do that.
Yeah.
So last time, my son picked it up for me, and because he had, his friend Hector was the one driving, either him or Dorothea, he didn't want to make them wait in the car, and I got my order, and I had something left off my order, plus I had all white rice, so that was like $20 gone.
Yeah.
It was closer to 15, but
Still,
it
that's a
still
lot.
pissed me off. Yeah, it's, for me, that's a lot.
Yeah,
what I still do not understand. Okay, on a whim, like Tina told me, with my card issue that I'm having right now, Tina was like, "Well, try a small something. Try to buy something small and see if it goes through. Maybe since the other charge is cleared from Amazon, maybe it'll work." So last night I did the pizza order, and I was like, "Okay, let's see if my actual card works instead of doing like PayPal or whatever."
Welcome back.
And so welcome back, Amy.
Thanks.
So I ran it and went through. So I was like, yes, my card's not locked down. I went to order my phone and everything today. Wouldn't go through. Said card declined. So it would let something go through last night, but not this morning. I have no idea what the hell's going on with my card. So Monday, I get to start trying to call and reach somebody at customer service again. They have the worst customer service on the planet. Go government.
That is awful.
Yeah. So
I don't understand that direct express thing.
although good news is the phone that I wanted dropped by $30. So now my phone is actually in the price range that I was willing to spend in the first place.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, bonus.
Which is good because the next
because it got cheaper.
the next highest one in quality is $500. So no. Yeah, I'm like, oh no. So yeah. 250 is enough. Thank you.
I have never spent more than $200 on a phone, and I won't.
I haven't either.
because
I've never
so
spent
hard on them.
I spent
I have
$100 on a phone and I paid on it for 6 months.
I have never spent more than $75 on a phone.
The only reason I paid that much is because I had to have one that was more hearing aid compatible, and so many models aren't. So.
Well, the last one I bought, I got from Metro PCS, and I spent $150 on it, and it was an upgraded camera because I wanted to be able to take decent pictures of my jewelry, and that's why I'm willing to pay for this one. This one has a quad camera on the back. It's got 4 cameras on the back, and the main camera is a 16 MP, and what I have is a 13 MP. So it also has a 16 MP on the front, like that selfie one or whatever. I'm never going to use that.
Mine just has a cam.
Yeah, well, mine does.
I
Mine only has
a video
one now.
of Cat of gar running in the river, but I don't
Mine
know.
only has. Mine has 1 camera on the back now, and it takes good pictures. But the quad cams, the extra cameras help you take pictures, like shallow pictures. Like if I'm taking pictures of my jewelry, it helps focus in on the item that you're trying to
Yeah.
show instead of the background. So
Yeah, I can
that's
see the sense
beneficial.
in that.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I bought mine, it had a camera. Okay, that wasn't what my angle. I was aiming for good audio,
Yeah.
hearing capability, and still, if
And
it's an out of town call, I can't hardly hear it.
and people have shown interest in me doing videos of me making my jewelry and stuff. So
Yeah,
the added camera, better camera will work for that too. So
yeah, yeah. I've got a
so it's an investment.
Nikon Coolpix
Hmm.
that I use to take pictures for like if people want to see my work and shit. I've done pictures. But it's an old model one. I've had it for years.
Yeah.
Then I've got one that I found at a rummage sale, and I don't even remember what it is. Big, heavy, fancy fucker digital camera.
I mean, I would love to have a really nice digital camera with the lenses and all of that, which of course I would have to go down that rabbit hole and learn about that. But I would love to have a professional camera. I really would.
I don't
But
remember what this is. I'll go grab it and look. I've never used it. I've paid $5 at a yard sale or church rummage sale.
But yeah, we lost Amy. But it's not something that's financially feasible for me. I can't afford to spend that much money on, because those are a really good digital camera going to cost you at minimal $500, and well, not a really good one, but one with decent quality is going to cost a lot of money, And usually they're $1,000 and more, and then you're paying $1,000 for the lenses. I mean, it's crazy.
What the hell happened to my movie?
So I do what I can. I get something multifunctional. I can use the phone for a phone and use the camera for my business.
Right.
So try to combine it as much as I can into one individual thing, and I'm willing to make that investment. So
I have got a catch in my right side, and it is driving me crazy today.
I'm sorry. What was funny is the last night I turned the overhead light off, right? And the light from my monitor caused a reflection onto the wall because I turned my thing. And this, I had a big old shadow of this on my wall. It was like this big bear paw.
I was going to say, you had a paw shadow on your wall, didn't you?
Yep, I did. It was really cool.
Come on, remote.
What do you think you got?
Phenomenal.
Huh?
What do you think you got?
I don't know.
Nice to have the power.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. But no, I said I don't know what I'm going to do the rest of the day or anything.
Well, you know what? It's your birthday. Do whatever the hell you want.
I do that every day.
Stuck on my shirt. Oh, there we go. This thing works so good. I love Dan. Thank you, Dan. He sent me this.
Oh.
C750. 10-time optical zoom. Come here, you son of a bitch. Okay, make me big.
That's it, make you big. Oh, boy.
It does have interchangeable lens thing. I don't have a bunch of lenses for it though, but I do have a flash.
Cool.
Nifty.
But
Choice.
this ring comes off of it.
Yeah.
Well, I would think you could get lenses.
Well, the one to talk cameras with is Susie. Susie Woozy.
It
Because
says,
she does photography and all of that.
yeah, apparently you can get lenses. There's like a thing down here on the bottom of it. Look it up. If it looks like something you could use, Cody, let me know.
And what is it?
Olympus C750. Let's see, here's the back. It's got all these buttons and shit on it. And there's a place to hook your flash. It's got some kind of dial thing here next to the viewfinder, the view lens or whatever that. I don't know what it is.
I think Cody's looking it up, so I went ahead and broke it down.
Yeah, that's fine. It's a fancy fucker, I'll tell you that. It's got a place for an SD card. There's another little door here. I don't know what that's for. Oh, that's where your ports are. Little port door.
Yep.
And then there's the SD card port. It's got the software. Charge cord. Strap. And then, like I said, it's got the flash. The flash is one of those pivoting ones, and it's got the cover for it. The filter.
Yeah. That's cool.
Like I said, look it up. If it looks like something you can use, let me know.
Okay.
I've never used it, so. Because I got it, and then I got that cool pics for my birthday. And I just never got around to trying it or using it or anything. But I remember it said works on the bag that it was all in. When I got it. But, I would think you could still get lenses, stuff like that, and you could get, the kind you want for whatever you do.
Right.
A lot of lenses tend to be interchangeable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Olympus. I mean, I've always thought, I think I've had an Olympus camera before.
Olympus.
Well, I know Olympus is good quality, but I don't know how they rank in the digital world or any of that. I have no idea what
Well,
that's for.
I'm sure.
I have no idea.
I almost said, well, I'm sure it takes better pictures than a phone, but these days you never know.
It's a crapshoot, but
Yeah.
I mean,
it would definitely be something that I'm more familiar with using as opposed to the phone. You know what I mean?
you can mount it on a tripod, so.
And I have a tripod.
There's another little door here I just saw. What's this? I don't know what that is. There's like a little arrow.
Battery compartment.
Yeah.
Well, I can't.
As Willow breaks it.
to get it to. Oh, there we go. And it's got batteries in it. They're all clean though, no corrosion.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I could definitely use it. I would think. I mean, I was looking at it.
Yeah, these are alkalines, AA alkalines. Good thing I saw that. Got them out of there. Well, they've been in there for years. You know, usually they corrode, but these haven't. They're clean. There's no corrosion on any of them. And all the little doohickeys are clean inside. If you want it, I'll box up and ship it to you.
That'd be awesome, Willow. I love you. Thank
I
you.
love you too, sweetheart. There's no sense in sitting around here doing nothing when it
Right.
could be just what you need for your business.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just sat around collecting dust for years in my house. So, well, not even really collecting dust because it's in a coat. But
Thank you,
does it
honey.
look like you can get the lenses?
I don't know. Probably. I mean, I'm sure I'd be able to. If I can't find them brand new, I'd probably be able to find them on eBay or something.
Well, that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking. You might be able to find,
Yeah.
like a lot of 3 or 4 different kinds or something that would have more of what you need.
Right.
That would go on there.
Yeah.
Screw on.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Because I mean, we're old school. I'm much more comfortable using a camera to take pictures than my phone. Yeah.
This thing, the threads are on the outside, so they would be male
Yeah.
lenses.
That'll be cool. I'll have fun playing with that.
Oh, I'm sure you will. And chances are, if you look online, you could probably find like a book. It didn't come with a book, but it came with software.
Yeah.
Which I'm assuming is what you use on your computer to transfer them onto like the computer to edit or.
Yeah, it might even have the manual on the software.
Yeah. Digital camera reference manual is included on the CD-ROM provided with the camera in original packaging.
Yeah, there you go.
It's in there, so.
Yay. Cool.
Which is probably why it didn't come with a manual because it's digital.
Right.
Can you tell I'm out of the loop on this kind of shit?
Yeah. A little bit.
I have no idea what this thing is worth or anything, but I don't really care. Probably ought to check in here and see if there's batteries in this thing. Yeah, there's batteries in this thing too. Get them out of there. Okay, these are lithiums, which means they require charging.
Yeah.
See what the date is on them here. Well, they're good until March of 2023, so I will bag these up separate and put them in the package.
Okay.
And you can charge them in the thingamajiggy.
Yeah. Cool.
They're the same size as the camera, so I think you can put them in the camera and charge them through the camera.
That'd be cool.
And that way you'll have them. They're not expired, so they should be good. And
right.
Lithiums are expensive, so if you
yeah, they are.
So I'll just bag them separate so they're not in the equipment. And that way, if they, they're bagged separate. Keep them safe.
Thank you. Thank you, Willow. Presents. Yay.
Hey, if it'll help you, it's just taking up space here. I'm
What's
not
messed
using
up
it.
is
There's no sense.
it's Tina's birthday and I got a present.
Sorry. Shit happens,
Yep.
But, yeah, if it'll help you, there's no sense in it taking up space in my cabinet.
Yeah, anything and everything helps at this point.
Everything that can get you started with what you're doing, I'm in.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You're welcome, love. Whether it'll work for you or not, we don't know. But hey,
Yeah.
it ain't gonna cost anything but shipping to get it to you, and you can play with it and try.
Yeah. And then all you need is the printer, which Kathy said she's looking for, because it's in a box, and she's looking for a bigger box because she said she's adding chocolate to my package. And once she finds a box that everything will fit in, I'm like, girl, you dumpster dive, grab one out of there. When she finds a box that she can fit everything in, she'll send it to me.
Yeah. Well, that's cool.
And it's got 100 labels with it, so that should last me a while.
Yeah. Till you get really started, then yeah. 10 sales in a show and 10 shows, and you're wiped.
Yeah.
But it's a good start.
Yeah, and they're not that expensive. The labels for the demos are not that expensive, so I looked them up.
You're like me. You look up everything. If I did look this up, it's been years ago, and I don't remember jack about what I found out. It done come and went. But
Tina, where'd you go this time?
Just listening to the conversation.
And why is your camera off?
because she's stuffing her face while she's listening.
You ate a salad, woman.
Raisins.
Fiber.
You're just finding excuses to turn that damn camera off is what you're doing.
We only got one person sitting in the rafters. Who gives a shit?
You have us. That's enough, right?
Well, one person's sitting in the rafters, and there's probably that cheeky Brit. Because he stalks everything. And I don't give two fucking shits.
Well, then, Tina's feeling frisky on her birthday. Getting a little spicy. Spicy.
I'm going to put a note on that so I remember.
Mana.
Yeah. I'm moody.
Hey, it's your birthday. You can do whatever you like.
Yes.
Yes, you can.
Oh. I'm free, white, and well over 21. I can do whatever I want anytime.
There we go.
Ship to Cody.
Otherwise, I'll forget, mush brain.
She'll be like, why is this camera sitting out?
Yeah, I was like, what did I have that out for?
Now there's two in the rafters.
Yay.
Multiplied. They're having rafter babies.
That's raptor lurkers are like baby bunnies. They multiply. Well, hello, lurkers. Lurk.
Oh, lurkers.
Watch, one of them's Tim.
That's possible.
He's in the front room watching Karen videos. Either that or malicious compliance from our Reddit.
Alrighty then.
But that's what they're funny. Oh my god, they're hilarious. Listening to the our Reddit videos.
My son looks into all those Reddit things. I'm not big into Reddit.
What is that? Is that like a rental thing or something?
No.
It's where people have written in stories that either have or have not truly happened. But some of them are stories that you're like, it's too good to be true happened.
So like my life.
Yeah.
You just can't make this shit up, but people wouldn't believe it if 9 times out of 10 people don't believe the stories that I tell. Because there is no way in hell that all this stuff has happened to one person. Yes, there is, because it has. But it's not up to me to prove something correct. I know it's true. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna be.
But
I'm
my
making
son
my
will send me links, and he'll send me like memes and stuff from Reddit, or like excerpts of the crazy conversations that happen, going, how in hell could this person even come up with that conclusion, or what? And they're usually misspelled, and they give me a headache, and I don't like to read them.
But I watch them too.
A bunch of illiterate people on Reddit, let me tell you.
I don't necessarily read along. I listen because they're read to you.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, you're listening to people read the things from Reddit, and I'm listening to the stories, and it's like, oh my God, these people are freaking insane. And I'm like, especially the Karen stories, the entitled moms, the entitled dads, and,
that would be my mother.
And the snot-nosed kids.
That would be both of my daughters.
Oh my God.
I mean, the funniest thing that I've ever seen, not funny but ironic, was during the fight that John had with my daughter Desiree, and she took the Chihuahua. She had actually bought the Chihuahua for John, but the kids got attached to it. So when he left, he left the dog there for the kids, right? Well, he went back to try and talk to her, and she took the Chihuahua and just popped out the back door like, screw it. And so he grabbed the dog and left. The next thing I know, he's knocking on my door with a Chihuahua in his hand. I'm like, what are you doing here, and why did you bring that? What do you want? And he's like, I need to come in. And I'm like, you do, huh? And so I let him in with the Chihuahua.
Yeah, little rat.
And the next thing I know, I have my mother at my house going, he needs to give the dog back. I'm like, it's not up to you. I have nothing to do with it. You have nothing to do with it. They're both over the age of 21. It's between them. Why are you here? And me and my mother end up getting a fight because I'm trying to get her to stay out of it. And she is saying, what she says goes, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, well, I'm calling the police. I'm like, over the dog? Are you kidding me? I'm like, so she literally called the police. And meanwhile, she was so funny. She's standing at the edge of my driveway, like at the back of my house, to see if John goes out the back door with the dog to get away from the police. What she didn't realize is that my back door was actually in the front. She'd been in the house multiple times. I don't know why she didn't realize this, but yeah, my back door didn't go off the back. It went off the end of the house, but it went off front. And my front door was actually on the side of my house where the driveway was. So my mom playing I Spy, thinking she can, what are you going to do if he goes out? What? So then the cops show up, and I'm like, so I go out there, and I'm just leaning against the porch, the post on the porch, and I'm waiting because my mom is, the cop is like, okay, you need to calm down, and I'm just standing there going, ugh. So meanwhile, 3 more cruisers show up, and I'm like, what in the hell? They must have run his record, right?
Right.
Because anytime the cops showed up for John, there were at least 4 cars there and a K9 unit. They didn't bring the K9 unit this time, though, because it was a call about a dog. So K9 unit would have been more trouble. So one of the cops sees me, and he comes over. He goes, how are you involved in this? I'm like, I live here. And they're like, and who is she to you? I said, that's my mother. He goes, who is the girl who had the dog? I was like, that would be my daughter. He goes, who is the guy that took the dog? I said, that would be my ex. Oh, shit, Amy. Anyway, that was a private message. I'm not going to say that out loud. So he's like, I was like, that would be my daughter, and that would be my ex. And he was like, I'm like, I know, it's Jerry Springer. I didn't do it. I am a passenger on this crazy train, okay? And he's like, okay, why don't you tell me what happened, because I can't understand anything she's saying. I'm like, welcome to my world. So I told him, I said, John and her got in a fight, and she tossed the dog out the door. So he took the dog, and he goes, is the dog in the house? I'm like, yes. He goes, can I go in and get it? I went, no. He was like, why not? I said, because I have my dog in the house, and my dog doesn't know you. He goes, oh. He goes, can you please go get the dog? I'm like, yes. So I go in the house. I looked at him, and he's holding on to the dog. I was like, give me the rat. He goes, I don't want to. I said, I don't care what you want to do. I got cops at my damn door and my mother's screaming in my driveway. Give me the damn dog. He's like, fine. So he gives me the dog. I go back out and the cops just start laughing that all of this is over a freaking long-haired chihuahua, right? My mother reaches for the dog. And the cops are like, hold on. You know, so they're trying to verify everything. And she gave them Desiree, my daughter's number, and all of this. Well, the reason that my mom called the cops in the first place is not just because John took the dog. John actually tried walking out of the house with the dog, and he tried walking past my mother. My mother, at the time, 70-something years old, starts chasing after him and trying to grab him. He was... I mean, all this time she's saying she's afraid of him because he's been in prison, and she doesn't, and she's physically assaulting him to get this dog, right? And she actually tore his tank top off his back. Big rip right across the back of his tank top because she grabbed him and pulled, and she has fingernails. So his tank, she ruined his shirt. And that's when he turned around and she's like, I'm going to call the cops on you. He goes, woman, you just assaulted me. I'm doing my best to not cause you any injury. Get your hands off me. And he goes, go ahead and call the cops because I'll press charges on you too. And I'm just sitting there like, how did my life get to this point? I was like, John, just go back in the house. So he went back in the house with the dog. My mom starts screaming at me. I'm like, so she calls the cops. And then the police put him in handcuffs because of his record. And I was like, that's not right. I was like, he didn't do anything except take the dog. And like, well, she's got scratches on her arm. I said, yes, from the dog, because she physically assaulted him to get the dog back. I was like, check his nails. He's not wearing a watch. She didn't get any scratches from him because he had no fingernails whatsoever. And so he turned around and he's like, look at my damn shirt. The woman attacked me. He's like, so if I'm going, I'm pressing charges on her too. I'm like... I looked at my mother. I was like, you need to tell them that you don't want to press charges. And she goes, you need to tell them the truth. I was like, okay. I was like, he tried to leave the house with the dog and she attacked him. She's like, I can't believe you said that. I said, you told me to tell the truth. They get mad at you when you lie, and they get mad at you when you tell the truth. Make up your damn mind. So she ended up, she started screaming at the cops. The cops looked at her and go, ma'am, go sit in your damn car. And she was so offended. Because, my mom always had the attitude where she had money, so she was always in the right.
Mm-hmm.
And in this case, she was not. And I said, I'm sorry. I was like, but you're not in the right here. You should not even be here. If that girl is old enough to cause her own problems, she's old enough to solve her own problems. Stop interfering with her life. Let her fix it on her own. And needless to say, that I ended up giving the dog to my mother, and she said she didn't want to press charges on him. So he was like, "Fine, I don't want to press charges on her either." And yeah, so that was a big clusterfuck in my driveway in Crackland. And for once, we were the entertainment, and so he's just left standing in the driveway. All the cops leave. My mom had already left, and I'm just standing on the porch, just. Why? Why? And the really ironic part is he was sober the entire time. I'm like, I could kind of understand it if you were drinking at the time, but you were sober and you pulled this shit and brought this crap to my house. I'm like, what is wrong with you? was like, don't do that again. He goes, the dog's mine. I was like, yes, but you gave it basically to the children. So no, it's not yours anymore. All over a damn chihuahua.
Keystone Cop domestic shit show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the cops were fine. The cops were trying to sort it out. It was my mother that was causing the problem because John stayed quiet until they asked him a question.
Yeah.
He wasn't trying to yell over her. He's very respectful to police officers, surprisingly enough. Whenever he ended up in jail for child support or whatever, he's very, very polite and respectful to the COs that are there. Unless the CO is an asshole, then it's all fair game. But if COs treat him okay, he's good with them. But my mom was the one acting like a privileged princess who, just because she decreed it, it should be so. And then my mom turned around and said that because of this incident, she would not be taking me to go visit my son in foster care. Because my mom didn't get her way. It's only the second time in my life I have ever called my mom a CUNT. And she deserved it then, too. Both times. And
Sounds like it.
she went to go visit him without me. And then I called my caseworker and made arrangements for her to bring my son to me so I could see him. And she did. So nobody was stopping me from seeing my kid. And I told her exactly what happened. And she called the police department and talked to the cops, a couple of the cops that had been at my house. And they told her what had happened because they heard my mom say that to me. Well, this will cause me not to take you to go visit your son. So they knew that she was using it as a weapon because she didn't get it her way. So she's like, I'll pick him up and I'll bring him to come see you. I'm like, thank you. But yeah, so I can't make this shit up. I'm telling you right now, my imagination's good. It's not that good.
But yeah, how Cody is telling is kind of the shit that is on the Reddit.
Yep. And then everybody makes their comments about it.
Yeah.
It's free reign for haters and people who want to call you a whore and for no reason because there's nothing sexual in it. But yeah.
Not my cup of.
I mean,
But
some of the stuff is really funny.
I like the revenge stories personally.
Yeah. I have a revenge story. It's not mine, but I have one. Want to hear it?
Sure.
Okay, so a friend of mine, she met this guy, right? Really supposedly nice guy. And he had a lot of money and he lived in a really nice condo. And she caught him cheating on her. He was screwing somebody in their bed. She walked in on him. And so he was like, well, I've decided that it's not working out with us. She goes, you think? And so he's like, and I'm selling the condo, blah, blah, blah. She's like, fine. And she starts packing up her stuff. And he left, which never leave anyone in your house when they're packing their stuff. She didn't take any of his stuff, but she did have a friend of hers bring over some shrimp.
I've heard this story.
And she took all the curtain rods down and stuffed them with shrimp. And then put the curtain rods back up.
Oh.
So, a couple of days later, he's like, where's the smell coming from? He couldn't sell that condo for like 9 months because they couldn't track down the smell. And, they finally found they had just thrown the whole curtain rods and everything out. Curtains, curtain rods, anything fabric had to go. But yeah, that was, she sat there and laughed the whole time. Every time he complained to one of their friends about the smell, he had to move out. The smell was so bad. So she just laughed and laughed and laughed, and there's nothing he could do about it. Not a damn thing that he could do about it.
I said, I've heard this story before.
Yeah. That girl was my spirit animal for a while. She was my spirit animal for a while. She was.
Yeah. Sure did. I've heard that story before. Even though it was your friend that did it, She got it from a story from online.
Yeah, she did.
A rich couple
Mm-hmm.
were getting divorced, was going to sell the mansion.
Yep.
She took the finials off the end of the rods and stuffed it full of seafood.
Yep.
They couldn't find out where all the odor was coming from. Couldn't sell the house, so she got it for really super cheap.
Yep.
And yeah, so she got rid of all of it and redid the house, and then ended up selling it for more profit. And
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was definitely inspired by something else she had seen or heard or whatever. But I thought that was fucking fantastic. I was like, "You go, girl." So.
Yep.
God, just the
I think-
thought of days old shrimp ripening in a curtain rod.
Yep.
Right?
Nasty. See, me personally, I would have eaten the shrimp and just used the shrimp tails. You know, when you take, because I always take the shrimp tails off before I cook shrimp.
Yeah,
So
that's
would just
that's
use
our
the shrimp
frugal.
tails. That's my frugal self. Don't waste food. Yeah. Don't waste food.
But yeah, I think we're going to call it here in just about 10 minutes.
Okay.
I'm ready to
Eat cake and go to sleep.
eat something else and go to sleep. The raisins were just a snack, and I'm feeling tired, ready for a nap.
Well, I just got done pressing out. Why is Dave?
Yay.
Woohoo.
I got to hand stitch some trims on, and then I can get the sewing machine out and put this puppy together.
Well, I'm glad you went live on your birthday.
Me too.
And I'm still having Victoria sing to you tomorrow.
Should be singing to everybody else because I will not see it.
I don't care. I'm still going to have her do it.
You can always go back in and see it later.
I never go back and rewatch. Sorry.
Even just that little tidbit?
Well, I like to hear Victoria sing, so she's going to sing you happy birthday.
I find it embarrassing. I'm sorry.
I know.
Not me. Every time I saw her on a live on my birthday, I was like, Victoria, it's my birthday. And then that was funny. Victoria, Topaz told me it's his birthday. She was like, Cody. I'm like, he's the one who told me.
Shit.
I could have said Simi or the cats, you know.
Right?
Simi has a birthday in, let's see, I got her in August. So June. Simi's birthday is in June.
Ew.
No.
And if you think I won't use that too, you're mistaken, because I will.
No.
Come on up, honey.
I just feeling kind of tired, and I said, catching my side here.
And she's like, I'm not Cody. I'm not staying live for 8 hours. Fuck you.
No, I'm past them 8-hour plus, lives. Can't do
I am
them.
too. I am too. I didn't mean to go 8 hours last time. That's why I've been keeping them down to like 3.
2 hours, 2.5, maybe 3. But it's just the 3 of us, and then what if the whomever, whatever is in the rafters.
Yeah. That's okay. Huh? You end it whenever you like. It's your live. You can do that.
I know. So
Very true.
Phenomena.
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 Tina's like, I'm so tired of hearing Phenomena. Tim and I have done the Phenomena boo routine twice now today.
Yeah.
It's cute. She's all like, yeah, she's all like, for you, maybe.
Y'all need a new one.
No, I like that one.
What's the rest of the background picture on here?
Show the rest. Show the background.
Oh, let's take everybody off.
Yeah. Blah, blah, blah.
I love you.
I love that Piglet's in the middle, like, hell yeah!
And Eeyore's like, deer in headlights.
Why is there stuff stuck to my head?
Thanks.
Oh, bother. What am I doing up here? I didn't take my Dramamine, man.
Well, one would usually think you wouldn't need a Dramamine just for alive.
Yeah, one wouldn't think, but people start playing around, moving you all over the place, and you need it. Trust me. You're like, seasick,
Yeah, I
motion
know.
sickness.
No, I've had that background forever.
I like it.
It's,
I like it.
it's
Me
wall.
too.
It's actual wallpaper. So I use it on my computer screens quite a bit.
Unfortunately, I still can't pay for my StreamYard yet, so my card never gets figured out.
Yeah, it sucks that you ended up having to wait, to get your check, and then when you finally get it, the bank
Yeah.
lumps the fuck out on you.
It won't
Yeah.
let you do your StreamYard now yet?
Well, I haven't. It's a small charge. I haven't tried the StreamYard, but I mean, I could do a small charge last night, but I got expensive shit I need to buy. And I need my phone and the new service. I mean, what the hell, I should be able to spend $300 without my phone, without my card going, no. There's almost $1,000 on there. I should be able to spend it. It's mine. You can't give it to me and then tell me I can't spend it. That's just cruel.
I still think it was because it was on Amazon and it was such a big expense at the one time.
Well, it's because they broke it up into 5 payments and charged my card 5 times right in a row.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make sense that they would let me do the pizza, but they won't let me do the phone.
I don't know.
I mean, they're letting some charges go through, or at least one charge go through, but not the next one that I try.
That's it. And your cigarette one went through. Or did you pay cash for that?
No, I use a card for that.
So I don't know.
I don't either.
It's screwed up.
It's weird.
It is. Yeah.
Well, for any and all that is hanging out there, that one person in my rafters, goodbye. Have a good day.
Bye.